What is up, my friends? Pat here, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the CX78 Plus Gamepad, which just shipped out for use with the Atari 2600 Plus. However, I don't own a 2600 Plus. What I'm going to be doing is seeing if this will work on the Colecovision, specifically if it has discrete 2-button support. And by that I mean games that use both buttons on the Colecovision controller, and each button has a different function. For instance, this left button may shoot bullets, and then the right button will drop bombs. I believe there are roughly 38 official games that have discrete 2-button support, of which I own 3, and as I've said before, the Colecovision controller is not one of my favorites. I love the console and the games, but the controller, not so much.
Thing sucks!
So the CX78 Plus is a one-to-one recreation of the CX78 gamepad, which was released for the Atari 7800 back in 1987. And it did have discrete 2-button support for the ColecoVision. So why didn't I just buy one of those? Well, it was only released in Europe, and while you can find them on eBay, they usually go for around 70 bucks. Now, as far as other alternatives, Retro Game Boys on Etsy makes an NES-style controller with 2-button support, but that one is over $40, and I believe the original Atari 7800 joystick has 2-button support, but that one isn't much better than the ColecoVision in terms of comfort. This one sells for $24.99, so if it works, we'll make it one of the more affordable options out there. Alright, enough of that. Let's take a look at this thing and then test out some gameplay. Okay, so let's very carefully remove this from the box.
Or leave them in the box and never touch them!
It's actually got a really cool look to it. It's almost like a 3D effect, like there's a sticker on there. So here we got this little screw-on controller, thumb nub, and yeah. Looks nice. I mean, it's my first time holding one of these. I never had the original CX78. First impressions, it's kind of light. Let's actually get out the scale here. Around 2.1 ounces. So for comparison, let's go ahead and try an NES dog bone. Not much different than that. I believe it's got a 5-foot cord, so not too bad. Buttons feel, like I would expect. Let me go ahead and screw this on. And yeah, it feels alright. Wasn't sure what to expect. We'll see how gameplay works with it. Again, if you don't want that, then basically you can use it as a D-pad. Now, one of the reasons that I wanted to make this video was I reached out to 2 larger channels that got an early review of this controller, and I asked them in the comments, does this controller work with the ColecoVision and have 2-button support? And neither of them responded. Now, I get it, these are larger channels, they get a lot of comments and they're busy, they can't respond to everything. I didn't reach out to them on Twitter or DM them on Facebook. But what I did do is reach out to Atari and ask them the same thing, and they actually responded quite quickly. So I got this from their customer service department. It says, thank you for your inquiry regarding the CX78 Plus gamepad. While we cannot guarantee cross-platform compatibility, the CX78 Plus does show compatibility with PC, especially Windows 10, although we cannot guarantee the functionality within gameplay. We hope this helps answer your question. Not really. I don't know how this works with a PC unless they were talking about the newer Atari VCS. I have no idea. I was really a little disappointed that they couldn't answer the question, so I decided to plunk down my own 25 bucks. This is not a sponsored video. They did not send this to me. I'm not shilling this product, so my reviews are my own. They are unbiased, so if I like it, I'll let you know, and if I hate it, you can bet I'll let you know as well. All right, let's go ahead and see if this thing works. Okay, so this is how this is going to work. I'm going to keep this original Colecovision controller plugged into slot 2 so I can control the difficulty with the keypad before the game starts, and then I'm going to plug this CX78 Plus into slot 1, and see if it works, and then I'm going to try to use both buttons and see if they do independent functions. First game I'm going to be testing is Beam Rider. If you're going to start collecting for the Colecovision, this is definitely a top 10 game. It's been a while since I played this, a couple months or so. I don't know if I should clean the pins.
Huck to and spit on that thing.
All right, that ought to work. Right, so first thing, I'm going to hit 1 for the difficulty on controller 2 and switch over to the CX78 Plus, hit up. Nothing so far. All right, there we go. So I was pretty sure that that function was going to work. It was just the 2-button part that I was unsure about. But yeah, this is a really fun game, kind of like Activision's version of Tempest. You can see here I'm holding down the first button and you get a rapid fire just like with the original controller. All right, so you see up there I've got 3 bombs. Normally you save those for the boss. I'm going to test this out. And there you go. All right.
All right, all right, all right.
That's awesome. Yeah, this controls so much better. I can see my scores improving. Absolutely, for sure. All right, let's test another one out. Next game I'm going to be testing is Cosmic Avenger. This is a side-scrolling shooter, and this has not been played in even longer than the other one, so I'm sure this one's going to need a cleaning. All right, there you go. Wait for that skill screen. Gonna hit 1. Back to this very colorful game. All right, so let's try button 2 for the bombs, and yeah, it works. This game doesn't hold up as well as other ColecoVision games, but it's still, for its time, this was pretty revolutionary. All right, let's test out a 2600 game real quick. All right, for this next test, I'm going to be breaking out the expansion module 1. This allows you to play 2600 games on your ColecoVision. Makes this thing even bigger than it already was. It's like the Pangea of video game consoles.
Christ, look at the size of that thing.
You try on a little missile command. Let's go ahead and get our controller plugged in. And there we go. Works really well. Very, very happy with this. There you go. CX78 Plus. Let's wrap this up. Well, I guess we put that baby to bed. This does work on the ColecoVision, which I didn't have too many doubts on. But more importantly, just like the original, this does have discrete 2-button support for the handful of games that use it. So what are my thoughts? Is this a good alternative to the original ColecoVision controller? Absolutely.
Yes! Hell yeah!
And whether you're going to be using it like me on the ColecoVision or with the 2600 Plus or the original 2600 or the 7800, this is a good controller. I really don't have any major gripes with it. I mean, yeah, you could nitpick a few things here and there, but overall, this is a winner. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this video. What I want to know from you is, what do you think of this CX78 Plus gamepad? Is it something you're going to be picking up? And if so, what console are you going to be using it for? Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear your thoughts. And as always, if you enjoyed the video or you learned something, make sure to hit that thumbs up and turn on that notification bell so you know when I upload videos like this one. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.